I was sharing this with the guys in my men's mastermind group last night, and I felt inspired to share it with you all as well. You know, there's a lot of talk right now about how the world is so crazy and there's so much chaos and it's never been more crazy and it's so chaotic and what's going to happen. And I think most of this feeling is stemming from social media or media in general, let's say. There's kind of this feeling when you're on social media and you're interacting with people on there, and the media itself is very divisive these days. So there's this sense of craziness and madness and chaos and increasing madness and chaos. And, you know, the pundits are saying this is what they're seeing, what they're noticing. And I wanted to share with you, what I shared with the guys last night, is that, you know, I'm living on 6 acres now in the Appalachian Mountains. And when I'm out here and I'm spending an increasing amount of time out here, I don't see any chaos. I don't see any craziness. I don't see any madness. Things are the same out here on this land as probably pretty similar to the way they looked 1,000 years ago. You know, the cycles of the seasons are the same, and the cycles of the sun and the moon are the same, and the cycles of the stars are the same, and the cycles of the flowers and the leaves and the plants and the animals are the same. And there's this kind of groundedness when you're connecting to what's real that you lose connection to and you lose track of when you're just on social media too much and you're engaged in the screen too much. So I would encourage people to get to nature. You know, there's this saying like, get with the program. Well, nature is the program. You know, nature is the program. It's the only program in town. You know, so either you're with the program or you're not with the program. If you're not with the program, then things seem crazy and insane and full of madness. And because if you're not with the program, then you are, to some varying degree, in a world of madness and chaos and craziness, because there's only one program. You know, I say all the time, natural law is God's will and God's will is natural law. So get with the program. When you get with the program, everything feels, and when I say get with the program, I really just mean starting with just observing the program, right? Being present with the program, noticing the program, noticing that there is a program and you're a part of that program. So in observing nature and being present with nature and being in a mindfulness presence with nature, being in a meditative state with nature, you're also able to notice yourself. There's a tremendous order inside you, a tremendous level of organization and divine structure inside you. And you observe this by observing your heartbeat, you know, by observing your breath, by observing the way you feel inside your body, by noticing the rhythms and cycles in your body are aligned with the rhythm and cycles in nature itself. I think this is easier for women to do. It's more apparent with the cycles that their bodies are in, but men can do it too. We all can do it because we're all a part of this program. And in noticing the program, what you can notice on a deeper level is the silence, the presence, the silent presence, the stillness, the spaciousness in and around what you're observing in the moment. So there's a silence that's ever present, that's unchanging. It's also called the stillness. That transcends the content that comes or goes, that appears or disappears. And when you can access this silence, this stillness, this presence, you're able to access really the inherent truth of who you really are, beyond even the physical form, beyond even what comes and goes in the physical form. And this brings a tremendous sense of groundedness, of peace, of freedom, of unconditional love, and empowerment. Empowerment because from the still point, there's a recognition and realization that we are actually called to be conscious, creative participants as human beings in the way the program flowers and flourishes in this universe. We are called to be vessels, to be a clear, open channel for creative love to move through us from a sense of inspiration and dynamic creativity in this world. Thanks for sharing the journey.